This portion of SportsCar Revolution is brought to you by Hankook Tires. Around the track and on the street, Hankook is pure driving emotion.
Here on SportsCar Revolution, we always said to make a small change and get huge results, change your wheels and tires.
Well, in the wheel department, we decided to go with the standard stock Mazda wheel, strength, consistency again. And obviously Hankook is presenting sponsor of the series. We've got a 225/40/17. Again, keeping the playing field even is critical in this series. Each of the teams is going to figure out a different way based on conditions with tire pressures, etc., to keep it to gain the extra advantage. But ultimately, it's about keeping the playing field level.
In a spec series like the MX5 series, we are going to run a spec tire, which is going to be made by Hankook. And in the dry, they called for a tire that has 4 millimeters of tread depth. And in the wet, I believe the tread depth is 6 or 8 millimeters, and a different tread design to dissipate the water better.
The reason these tires look nearly bald is because unlike a street tire, like the tire that came on the car, which is at 10/32 of an inch, these tires are made so they won't squirm on a racetrack.
A little bit of tread, the 4 millimeters of tread depth, limits the amount of squirm that the car will get between the contact patch and the tire, the body of the tire itself. And the less squirm you have, basically in a road course, the faster the tire is.
A stock tire will go back and forth, they get hot, they start to chunk. These molded race tires will not do that.
The heating up and bedding in process is very important, and it's not consistent to different racetracks. You need different track surfaces will have different requirements. There's no substitute for cubic dollars in racing, and if a guy's going to have a truckload of tires and be swapping them back and forth and can afford the time to go testing, he's going to have the advantage, plain and simple.
When we go to a track and get on race tires, we measure things. We measure tire temperatures, most importantly. We do is actually take a reading on the inside, the middle, and the outside. And what you're looking for is to have the temperatures be the same or nearly the same across the tread surface.
We probe the tires every single time it comes off the racetrack. We do that because we actually get feedback and information from that tire. We know how that tire is wearing, whether we have too much camber, not enough camber, too much toe, too much slip angle, and those tire temperatures actually give us a really, really good reading.
So this talk of tire temperatures takes us into alignment. The most important alignment setting we talk about here is camber. And camber is actually tilting the suspension to move the tire around. By negative camber, we're talking about having the tops of the tires actually in more. The more negative camber you have, the tire actually in a corner, it may look goofy on the straight, but in a corner it will flatten that tire out.
Everybody's up against the same thing. They're all running the same tire. It's how we manage that tire and how we set up the chassis to make that tire function the best we can for our driver. Every driver is slightly different as to the setup they're looking for. Some drivers like a loose car. Some drivers actually like a pushy car. That pushy car keeps them from getting into too much trouble. Loose car, obviously you need to hang on and know how to drive a loose car. We try and set up each car based upon the driver, what that driver is specifically looking for. Some drivers obviously have more skill and more ability, can handle that loose car. The old saying, loose is fast, is to one certain degree. Sometimes too loose and too much compensating by oversteer actually will slow the car down.
When we come back, Lorman talks about towing your race car, and we take this